Awaken was already a very strong freshie, but the distilled flanker takes it to a whole new level. Hey, what's going on? Hunter here and welcome back to my channel where I upload weekly fragrance content. So of course you already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button down below and also make sure to follow me over on my Instagram page. But today in my hands we have a brand new launch from the house of Tumi. It's actually a flanker of one of the most populars from the entire house and the first launch alongside Unwind, which was Awaken. And Awaken in its own right was a phenomenal kind of fresh, versatile, signature scent worthy fragrance. And when I saw they release a distilled extrait de parfum version of that, it got me so excited. And if you don't already know, the house of Tumi is actually a luggage company, so they make some very kind of expensive, luxurious suitcases and things like that that have these cool lock mechanisms that resemble the locks that you have on the Tumi caps. Now, before we go ahead and talk about the fragrance, I do want to shout out So Avant-Garde for sending this over for review. If you guys haven't already checked them out, they are the distributor for some designer and niche brands with a huge catalog of fragrances on their website. And of course, I hooked you guys up with a code. You can use code FragHunter20, and that's going to save you 20% off of your entire order. So be sure to check them out. I'll leave a link down in the comment section below. So let's go over some information about Awaken Distilled. Now, of course, this was launched in 2023. It literally just came out this month at the time of recording, so it's a brand new off of the shelves. As far as the retail price, on the only size I believe the distilled comes in, which is the 100 ml, is going to run you $155. However, once you use that 20% off discount code, it will bring that price down for you. And I believe the original Awaken retails for $110, so it is a little bit more, but you are getting a much higher concentration. Because the concentration is an extrait de parfum, which means the highest of perfume oils used in a fragrance, it's usually around like 30% concentration, which is crazy compared to like an eau de cologne, which can be as low as like 5%. And even an eau de parfum is like 15 to 20%. So yeah, this stuff is extremely potent. As far as the perfumer, I did do some research, but unfortunately came up short. I'm not sure who the nose is behind Awaken Distilled. But with all the information out of the way, let's look at the packaging and presentation you get with this fragrance now. So take a look at the box. It is kind of like a traditional fragrance box. Nothing too special about it, even though I like the kind of colorway they went with Awaken and the red distilled. 8 a.m. because this is supposed to be a fragrance you spray on in the morning. It's very invigorating and refreshing, kind of wakes you up. Of course, extrait de parfum, 100 ml bottle. On the bottom of the box, you will have your barcode and batch code to authenticate your product and see when it was produced. And on the back, you have some of your ingredients and nothing on top. So let's look at the bottle now. So looking at the bottle, which is a very unique kind of different take on a fragrance bottle. Of course, you have the clear see-through glass, same colorway on the font. You do have this cap though, which is very special because it is a lock mechanism. As you see, you can pick it up and you pull that to the side and it unlocks the cap and you can lock it back into place. On the bottom, you have your sticker with some of your ingredients, nothing on the back. There's nothing inside of the cap besides this red kind of colorway and that red to match the atomizers. All in all, a very high quality, heavy, hefty bottle. In the top, you have bergamot, coriander, grapefruit, and orange. In the mid, you have clary sage, cypress, fir needle, and lavender. In the base, you have amberwood, cedarwood, frankincense, and patchouli, and this will be classified as a citrus aromatic. So let's spray this and test out the atomizer. Very nice atomizer. It is a little bit pressurized and sprays kind of narrow, but it does spray a lot of juice. So let's go ahead and remind myself of the new Awaken Distilled and see how much better it is compared to the original. In the opening of Awaken Distilled, you are going to get this very vibrant fusion of a juicy grapefruit and bergamot accented by a spicy coriander note that is so good. And to enhance the opening of Awaken Distilled and kind of set it apart from the original so it's not like the exact same DNA, they did introduce a very bright orange note. Just add some more complexity and character to the top of this fragrance. There's actually a lot going on. With that orange note kind of setting it apart compared to the original, I much prefer the opening of the Distilled by far. And then once you make your way into the mid, you are going to get these very aromatic green tones. And what's unique about this creation is the black lavender listed on Tumi's website, which Comes across like black lavender tea, very herbal, very aromatic, and just sets it apart from any other thing that I've ever smelled. Lavender tea is one of my favorite teas of all time alongside jasmine tea, so I'm very familiar with that kind of scent profile from that tea, and you definitely detect it in the mid of this. Just all the notes in the mid kind of bring a sophisticated, natural kind of nature to the scent profile. And then finally, once you make your way into the base, the fragrance does start to settle down into this warm, kind of woody embrace, enhanced by these resinous kind of qualities as well. Of course, you are going to start to get that warm, comforting fragrance sense that isn't as smoky as incense, but it still smells very, very similar. This brings an inviting aurora around it. Just an extremely deep, rich composition in the base of Awaken Distilled. And trust me, this wears and smells like an extrait de parfum. Like, all the notes are just like so strong and potent. So for the best seasons, I would recommend wearing Awaken Distilled. Honestly, it could be very versatile, like the spring, summer, fall, and winter. You can wear it all year round, all seasons easily, just because of how complex the scent profile is, being very citrus, very spicy, very green, very aromatic, very woody, very resinous. There's a lot going on that just kind of works all seasons. Honestly, a fantastic signature scent for somebody that doesn't want to smell like everybody else and stand out in the crowd, and be a fragrance that is so strong that will get you through an entire day. I mean, honestly, it doesn't get much better than a signature scent worthy fragrance than Awaken Distilled. It just has all of it going for itself. For occasion, I would say this does lean slightly more on the casual side. If you're just kind of maybe wearing a t-shirt, jeans, shorts, something like that, a hoodie even, you could still pull it off dressed up. This is a fragrance you can definitely dress it up easily. But when I smell it personally, it's definitely more suited for a casual setting. But if it is the only fragrance you have, you just want one signature scent worthy fragrance to wear all year round, every occasion, it can definitely wear it dressed down and can be dressed up without any problems. So for gender, this is definitely a masculine, male leaning fragrance. There's nothing feminine about it by any means. Like I can't detect anything that makes it even slightly feminine leaning. And of course, I think this is targeted as a male fragrance. I'm not sure if the Tumis are unisex or not, at least with the marketing. But at the end of the day, like I always say, you can wear whatever you want, whenever you want. If you're a woman watching this, you want to check this one out, go for it. I'm not going to say you can't, of course. But at the end of the day, when I think about it, it's absolutely a masculine fragrance. For age groups, it's kind of versatile in that aspect as well. However, I think this will be an outstanding signature scent worthy fragrance for anybody like 25 and below. I think it will be the best. Even though if you are 25 and older like I am myself, you can still pull it off without any problem at all. It's just a crowd pleasing, really refreshing, smelling good kind of fragrance. So don't worry about that. But at the end of the day, perfect signature scent for anybody like 25 and below, in my opinion. But of course, fragrances don't have age groups stamped on it like kids' toys where it says like, okay, 25 and up or anything like that. So I'm just trying to paint you guys a picture on what I'm smelling, what I'm picturing in my head, who the best person is to wear something like that. And that's what I'm going based off of. Now for the best part, in my opinion, about Awaken Distilled is when it comes to the performance, because this stuff is outstanding. A nuclear freshie. And that's kind of what you expect when you have an extrait de parfum concentration, is for it to obviously perform. You shouldn't have any doubts about that, but trust me, this wears like an extrait. It wears so heavy on skin, and that's kind of rare to have a citrus dominant fragrance that is an extrait de parfum. There's not many out there. And if you caught one of my vlogs when we went shopping at the mall, on that day, this bottle came in and I decided to wear it as my scent of the day, and it performed easily throughout the entire day. I got over 12 hours of longevity with this fragrance, guys. And when you shower after wearing this, you're gonna have to like scrub with a loofah so many times to try to get it off of your skin, because once you spray this on skin, you're gonna be stuck with it for hours upon hours upon hours. And when it comes to projection, how I describe it is most of the time, not all the time, but a lot of times, is the lower the concentration, like an eau de cologne usually projects a little bit more than something like an eau de toilette, eau de parfum, or extrait de parfum, because what makes a fragrance project is that alcohol concentration. So the more alcohol concentration, usually the more it projects off of skin. Even though eau de cologne may project heavy on skin for like 20 to 30 minutes, it's gonna disappear very quick. This though actually did project off skin surprisingly well for being an extrait de parfum, maybe around 3 hours of heavy projection up to the 4-hour mark. And then of course it starts to come a little bit closer to skin, and you're gonna be with it for over 12 hours at that point. And the sillage, when you walk around with the wind movement, things like that, is very, very nice. You got maybe 6 feet of good sillage behind you if you're walking in a straight line. People behind you will absolutely smell this fragrance, and you will probably without a doubt get stopped by them asking you what kind of fragrance you get on. It smells great. If you are just looking for a nuclear beast mode freshie style fragrance, and that's like the main thing you care about is just performance, you absolutely have to check out Awaken Distilled, one of the strongest kind of citrus freshies I've ever smelled. I mean, it's literally up there with like something like Dior Sauvage Elixir, which you guys already know is a strong fragrance. So that has to tell you something right there. But besides that, that's gonna do it for my review of the brand new Awaken Distilled. Let me know down below if you ever tried the original Awaken. I know a lot of you guys actually did check this one out from my vlog. You guys did pick up a bottle. But I'm curious on what you guys think about the original Awaken, and also if you do get the Awaken Distilled, leave a comment down below about that. Besides that though, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and of course, as always, I'll see all of you back here in my next upload. Take care, everybody.